Yes, in this episode we are going to look at the complete process of registering WAEC CASS. Assuming you are newly coming into this system and you really want to complete this process successfully without any issue. This is the CASS software. Watch the video about how you can download this very software and install it on your computer system. You just have to install Crystal Report Runtime first, then go to WAEC CASS, waecinternational.org/CASS, and download the CASS application, which will automatically install itself on your system. Walk through the process. I explained on how people who have antivirus on their system and people who doesn't will be prompted. That video will walk you through the complete installation process. Now you have installed, you have created your account, and this is where you are on the screen. You need to go and register your school. I think I would have to register my own country and my own school in this database so that I'll be able to use it for demonstration purpose in order to resolve this issue of Google being deleting some videos. I want to give you on a quick note that I tried uploading some videos that I think are important, but they will delete it because student informations are showing and it's not supposed to be so. So you have to bear with me sometimes when you don't see a video for some time. It's because either I have a network issue or the video I tried to upload it but they deleted the video or stop it from going live. So that's on another note. Firstly, let's go to the country. I'm in Nigeria. After selecting the country, Nigeria has states. I'll select my state. It has local governments. I'll select local government. It has list of schools. I'll select any school that I want. Let's assume this school, for instance. I'll put the address, I'll put the location. Remember, this is school address, this is location. The address is just like the street address of the school. How you describe the location of the school for somebody who knows. The location is usually the city where the school is located. Then the phone number is the telephone number that the school can be reached with. Then we have the app username. Then the contact name is probably the exam officer or the administrative officer that is going to be handling the students, communicating with them, communicating with the school board. That's it for school registration. Now, after you complete your school registration successfully, you will be graced with this dashboard again. Now, this dashboard means that you can now be able to register students in the current school that you have enrolled. Now, the next thing is for us to use this system. Registration, edit registration. Let me change this default school so that I will be using a school that I won't be needing. This school is let me use a school that I won't be working with this year. Okay, session 2023. Good. So as soon as you open your application, you have this screen that appears. Then they advise you to update the school by going to administration. Remember, if you install the software newly, you need to do this. If not, some of your schools will not appear if you just finish the installation, because the database that comes with the application isn't updated. Now you come to update center, and as you can see, requires internet connection. So when you click on update center, you just have to wait for the system to do its things, and then that's it. Then if your school doesn't appear on the school detail page, then you'll be able to find your school there. Then the reason you need to update this software usually is because with this software itself updated, it means the new rules that WAEC have set for registration of students, you would implement it on the application as you are starting your work, because their rules changes, and when the rules changes, they update the CAS software, that is the continuous assessment, so that it follows the guideline as expected. Then let's go to the next one. The next one is registering your students. After you have registered the school, you now register the students. You click on this form, students, subjects, students and subject selection. Then let's enter the name. Let's choose a passport for our student. Let me say this is my student, and my student is John Doe. These are temporary informations, and it's not a reflection of anything that is happening, so it's not somebody's details. Other names, remember first name, surname, the family name or the father's name. First name is the student's name that he or she bears. Then other name can be what you call the middle name or whatever. Make sure you are entering these informations correctly. Then the gender of the student must be selected. Then disability must be selected. These disabilities help WAEC to determine how they can assist the student better if they are not in the same strength as the others that are in the same school. Then the date of birth, the student must be at least 13 years. So probably a student that is born even in 2000 can be registered. So let me say this student was born in the year 2000. For me to put 2000, I can either put 2 zeros and 3 zeros here, or I can just put 0. 0 stands for, the computer automatically adds the 2000. 4 is 2004. 10 is 2010. If I put anything above the 1 to 25, probably it will think I'm looking at the 90s and then the 80s and things like that. So you must understand how to enter your data. Then what's next? The next is the student's phone number. The phone number should be a 9, let's say a 10-digit number. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is a 10-digit number. Then the next thing is the email. The email can be at domain.com. So your domain can be Gmail, Yahoo Mail, whichever one. Then your username is your unique username as you have chosen. So that's it for entering the details of the students. Now let's look at another thing. The next thing is the CAS entry. This is the CA, continuous assessment. Which category is this student? This my student is a science student. Is that understood? If I go to science category, I can choose science subjects. Remember, I can add up to 20 subjects for this student. Geography, agric, biology, chemistry, health education, I can add it for the student. Physics, then trade course, livestock or horticulture and crop production. Technical drawing is not a trade course, but you can add it for your science student. Computer and hardware, trade course. Solar photovoltaic, trade course. Food and nutrition, I don't think it's a trade course. Then beauty, cosmetology, fashion design, these are trade courses. So you have now successfully selected 9 subjects for this student, because it's a minimum of 8, maximum of 9 that can be offered during the SSC. Then, but this student, this is not, I am assuming that there are some of these subjects that I've selected this student might not be interested in. So this my student might be interested to write marketing and economic. Is it possible? Yes. Then you can see commerce, accounting. This my student might be interested to write religion. Then any other subject. Let's say this student might be interested in government. If I don't know if the student is, because they are usually either the science or the humanity. So if I don't know which category the student is, I can choose Nigerian history, literature in English. I can choose one language, Hausa language. I can choose, then you go into retreat. So this one is for a safer registration, because schools that offer double mixed subjects, like they have science students and they have art students, those type of schools, it's likely that you might enter a particular category for a student and then the student is actually interested in a different category. So to be safer, most of these mixed schools, you have to enter all mostly the humanity and the science subjects for them. Can this be saved? Yes, it can be saved. My student is registered successfully. Now, what happens after you have registered the student? The next thing is to enter the student continuous assessment. There are two ways you can enter the student continuous assessment. Number one, the subject method. Enter it by subjects: agriculture, biology, chemistry, religion, English, and so on and so forth. Then the next one is candidate basis. There is only one student here and he doesn't have a complete CA. I will just enter random numbers. So I now submit this. My student is now ready to be uploaded for year 1. So since my student is ready to be uploaded, how do I upload this student? The first thing for me to do, or let me assume that I made a mistake, I need to edit the details of this student. I can come to edit 2023. Then probably the student want to add commerce. Maybe I want to add commerce so that this very student will not have a missing subject. Since I added commerce, I can come to subject basis and look for commerce, and I will just enter commerce here, exit. Now my student is now ready for upload. To upload this student, I'll come to administration. Remember I told you that you cannot use this option because this option doesn't recognize the usernames you have on the WAEC platform. So to do your registration successfully, you need to use this option, export CASS 2023. Check the box, export. You can see, copy the file and upload to this very portal. They are giving you the instructions offhand so that you won't make a mistake. Select a CASS here to upload, click the checkbox click the export button. Once successful, go to the folder and then proceed from there. So the moment I export, it creates a folder with the school center number, and inside the folder you would find the exported file. Documents, WAEC CASS data, then the school center number. That is how you find the data. Now, after you have exported and probably uploaded your CASS successfully, even if you didn't upload it yet, you can now come back if you are sure that there is no correction, because after uploading you cannot make any correction, you cannot make any amendment, because you can't override the online information. So let's go to generate next CASS. Okay, 2023. I want to promote all the students. So we are now promoting this student to year 2. Good. Exit. Now let's enter the CA for this student. I'll go back to candidate basis, year 2, year 2024. I'll select this and I'll still enter their CA. Successful. Now the details of this student is complete. Let's assume there are 20 students. I will now go back, export, but this time it is second year and this time it is 2024. Check the box, export. Good. Go back to our folder, look at year 1, year 2. We now completed. Now I completed the year 2, but I realized that there's a mistake on the student's detail. What am I supposed to do? I can come back here, because look at, if I go back to edit 2023 and click here, notice I can't edit name, I can't edit any of this data here, but I can edit subject. I can remove subject. As if you can do it, you can't do any modification except you remove the promotion on the student. So let's remove the promotion of this student. Okay, reset promotion status, remove promotion student information, remove previous registered record. Now these two are the one we are going to look at. Number 1, reset promotion status. Now assuming I moved a student from year 1 to year 2, then I did some modifications on the student. Okay, I did some modifications on the student. All I can do is to reset the promotion status. You see, you can only promote students whose CASS score for the selected year are completed and whose subjects are not more than the maximum required. Yes. Good. So we have now reset this promotion status. What is the implication? let's go back to candidate basis, year 2 2024. You see the student is still here, but the one we are looking at is so that we remove this record completely and be able to edit our year 1. Let's go to this 2024 and we will remove this promoted student. Good. We have now removed this promoted student. What's the implication of this? If I come to candidate basis and look for this student, no student is yet in the second year, which means if I go back to edit year 1 2023, now I can edit name, I can edit anything I want to edit on this student. But if the student was already uploaded, there's no need, because you can't be able to modify the data that is already pushed online. So what you need to do is just to use the correct information that you are supposed to use here and register another CASS reference number for that very student. That is the only option you have as far as you have uploaded. But now that it has not been uploaded, any modification, I can just push it and it goes to the CASS database. Now this we have covered, and this is the process of CASS registration. I think the video is becoming too long, and in the meantime we are closing in to the biometric software system. I'll walk you through the biometric one time so that we see how we can conduct a successful biometric exercise in the WAEC 2026 examination session. Thank you. Everyone, at the end of this video I'm putting the company account number. Please, the budget of this channel is running to over 1 million. Right now we need to upload frequently and things like that, and also some other costs that covers, plus the Starlink that consumes around 360,000 naira in a year, plus the powering, where sometimes we need to do maintenance of my solar system for the whole year and things like that. So sometimes I don't upload just because I can't be able to work at the time I want to work, because I have other things to do. If you are a well-wisher for this channel, I would prefer that you drop us a very small support, and we'll be grateful for that. Thank you, and see you in the next video.